Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another Monday Marketing Tea. We've made it to March, and I apologize for the cat. I hope you all had a good weekend and are ready to go. Isn't March 1st like the start of spring? Marketing. I need to enunciate. Or, no, you were making a pun about March. I get it. That's good. All right. What am I talking about this week? Let's see. I actually like a couple things about social media, which is not usually what I talk about, but none of the SEO news really intrigued me very much. So some statistics here to start us off with. So 41% of U.S. adults don't often trust, that's a typo, don't often trust social media info. 16% not at all. And as I said, I honestly expected higher. But I guess it depends on like what you mean by trust and social media info. There's a lot of high skepticism when I'm looking at, or when I'm seeing, I guess you should say, when I'm seeing ads and news and anything official, anything from a business. But I suppose I don't necessarily mistrust posts from people I know, per se. So maybe I would fall more in that 41%. Although I still would expect that to be higher. And one of the points with the statistic in context is that, once you lose trust, once people are skeptic, it's extremely hard to regain it. And I think a lot of businesses, unfortunately, or fortunately, I guess depending on your perspective, are going to be finding this out the hard way. Businesses that don't have a strong strategy are dealing with consumers that are really tired out by advertising, by marketing, and are very vocal about how they feel, for good or ill, right? Sometimes it's good, sometimes whatever. Which I'm going to put an asterisk there and hopefully remember to come back to that. But that's going to make businesses who try to rely on social media, it could make it very hard for them, because more and more people get really burnt out on social media. In Discord, we're totally not going to leak your personal info again, right? Like, that was supposed to start yesterday, I guess? March. Discord is rolling out, was going to roll out an age verification thing, and they deferred it because everyone that I knew at least was like, no. I'll be a teenager for Discord. I don't care. We're not giving you our information. The slight discontent, yes. I can only imagine what they heard. I only saw like what my group was saying about it, which was essentially just that, like, you're not getting my picture, you're not getting my ID, you're not getting my facial scan, whatever it is you're looking for. We don't need restricted content. We're okay with it. It's the only way I'm ever going to be a teenager again, that's for sure. And probably the only way I would want to be a teenager again. Just be left alone. And the asterisks for earlier, I had posted on LinkedIn recently, one of my observations was the rise in AI chatbots is unfortunately, I think, making me meaner to service support staff. Obviously, I don't want to be meaner, but there's some sort of weird psychological thing that I'm trying to be cognizant of, where talking to the robot makes me mad because I don't want to talk to a robot that doesn't really understand what's going on and can't answer my question. I don't mind necessarily the kind of chat automation for things that don't require feedback. Like if I'm making an appointment or I'm trying to be, it's trying to put me to the right person. I don't necessarily mind going through okay, my problem is about X, Y, and Z, like a phone tree. So my call chat gets routed to the right person. It's not fun, but I get it. You have a high volume of calls and you want to make sure the right people are talking to the right people. I don't know what IVR stands for, but possibly. But when the robot starts trying to respond and answer my question and just says things that are really stupid, I get very annoyed. And so that carries over to, I carry that frustration with me when I'm talking to an actual human. So even though I should be nicer to an actual human, I still can be a little snippy about how stupid their product is, because I shouldn't have to be on chat every time I log into a program because something new is broken. Can you tell I already had to do that this morning? So, that's bad. And because I have to talk to robots so much, even when I'm talking to a person, it's still that chat interface and it's dehumanizing. Which is an effect of computer screen interactions generally. We can forget that there is another human being, talking on the other side. And these are not good things. These are things that we all need to be conscious of so that we don't make those decisions. And don't make those mean statements like, yes, you have to be clear about the problem, and if a software I am paying for is constantly broken, they need to know that and need to know that that's not how you run a business. But, always keep in mind it is not that person responsible for it. They are trying their best. Hopefully. All right. Right. So, beyond skepticism, we are also getting to this age of even worse internet rage. And hopefully people will eventually come back around to calming down and seeing people. But we'll see. All right. On the other news, so one of the ways to overcome this frustration, shall we say, is helping other people, right? So it's very easy to criticize and to tell small businesses, I really dislike AI generated flyers, please stop making them. Um, but to some people, well, this is easy and this is what you're supposed to do, and um, it's cheap, so I want to do this. So, what I'm trying to do with a new series um, is essentially show people how to do things with technology. Things that are also at least cheap, if not free, and that also don't take that long of time, so that you can create something that will stand out a little bit more for your business, um, for, my generation, I guess, essentially. Because I get it. I see, some people look at flyers and just see a flyer. Um, but I look at a flyer and there is a certain template. I don't know which AI generator it is because I don't pay that much attention to the different models. But there's a certain template that's kind of like a red and yellow color palette with these big chunky letters. And I feel like half the businesses in my area use it. And so I see it, and I don't know what business it is because they all look the same. So when I'm scanning through social media, it's all just becoming a blur of the same image. Two, like if it's a restaurant, I don't want to see AI generated food. If it's a local store and you're showing your storefront, I don't want to see an AI generated picture of your storefront. I want to see an actual picture of your food. I want to see an actual picture of your storefront. Like, it is no harder to take a picture with your phone than it is to generate a flyer with your phone. And which one is going to perform better on social media? The picture of your staff. So, with that in mind, I'm showing people how to do things. So I've started with a couple things from Canva because Canva has a free option. You can create something with a template pretty quickly, use your own photos, pick colors and fonts that fit your business, and it's easier to fix typos, because a lot of times I see AI generated flyers with typos, which means you would just have to regenerate a new flyer. Yeah, so it's still easy. It's still not hiring a graphic designer, but it doesn't take very long and it looks a lot better. So keep an eye open for those. Did the Wright brothers look at a flyer and just see a flyer? Yeah, probably. No, they probably saw a paper airplane, folded it up. When did that become a thing? Anyway, who created the first paper airplane? That's what I want to know. And now more data on apps, kind of on the social media side, because a lot of phone apps are social media. But, generally, and so for me, I look at the statistics and I just feel so out of touch. Which, like, I know I'm out of touch. I know I don't fit anywhere. But this just proves it again, statistically. We are not the same. Um, so, they had an age bracket one, but what I pulled up here, um, for top apps for men and women, the highlighted ones are ones that are unique to that gender. And YouTube, I do have on my phone, at least. I don't think it's my top app. You know, I have a toddler. I don't necessarily want him looking over my shoulder to watch whatever news video it is that I'm watching. So yeah, I'm not on YouTube as much as I used to be. Instagram, no, I don't have. I have an Instagram account. Spotify, I do not have. Amazon, I didn't even know Amazon had an app. That's how out of touch I am. I mean, of course they do because everything has an app, but I don't really like shopping on my phone. So, no, I don't have the Amazon app. I'm also Make Punch order everything on Amazon for me. So I can't even remember the last time I personally ordered something on Amazon. Facebook, I'm on a lot. So Facebook and LinkedIn are probably like number 2 and 3 for me. I wish that weren't the case. I don't know why I check my Facebook so often. I tell myself it's for work. But usually it's just mindless scrolling. So I should probably limit that to like once a day. LinkedIn is kind of for work. Let's see what else. WhatsApp. Well, I did get WhatsApp. One time I had to use it for an agency I freelanced with. That was their preferred form of communication. Pinterest I don't have. Messenger I have. That kind of just goes with Facebook. And one of the groups that I'm in does have an active messenger chat. So that's higher on my list. I skipped over Discord, which, like, again, for me, that's probably number 1. I probably check Discord more than anything else. ChatGPT, I do not have. Reddit, I do not have. TikTok, I do not have. Venmo, I do not have. So, yeah, like, no, this list is not me. Alright, what are Roz's? Gypsum, Twitch. Oh yeah, Twitch, obviously. Discord, and GitHub. Okay, Discourse, sorry. Discord I obviously have. Discourse, I don't think I know. And GitHub makes sense for you. It's probably something I should learn more about. The weather app, Candy Crush. Those are, especially during the winter, the weather apps and the road condition app are very high up on mine. Slack and GroupMe on occasion, because those are both used by an agency I freelance with, so I have those around. Yeah, I'm surprised Candy Crush isn't up there. I guess I'm just that old that I still like Candy Crush. The world has moved on. So, Discourse is a piece of software that a lot of places use as a forum. It's a Python discourse where all the devs and users discuss the important things. Like whether we should be interning all strings. Ooh. That's beyond my scope, but I appreciate it. What's your take on it? I presume that interning means like indenting or putting in like some sort of secondary feature. Please explain if you don't mind. I'm curious. Interning means making sure we don't have two copies of the same thing. Oh, okay. Yeah, I have no idea why that would be called interning, but all right. Well, I learned something about coding today, which is always important. One day I'll learn, but I need to learn more on the website first. Then I'll get to Python and Godot eventually. All right, but that is it for today. So thank you very much for hanging out and listening. I hope you gained something from this, and I'll see you next week. Yeah. Bye, everybody.